when we want to change something about ourselves, we have to become aware of it in order to put practices in place to heal and change. Awareness is often the first crucial step to any kind of meaningful change. You know that saying, you can't fix what you don't know is broken. If you're not aware of a problem or a habit about yourself, then there's no reason to change. While awareness is vital for change, it can be quite difficult to cultivate, and there are many reasons for this. Our brains are actually designed to be efficient. Once a routine or a thought becomes established, it becomes automatic in order to conserve energy. This is great for daily activities such as driving or making coffee, but it means that we operate on autopilot, and when we operate on autopilot, it means we're not really conscious of our thoughts, beliefs, and reactions to things. This is why habits are quite difficult to implement or to break unhealthy habits, because they're very comforting and gives you that sense of routine. It's very predictable, and sort of stepping outside of this or establishing new habits does require a bit of effort and sort of confronting this unknown. We can actually struggle with awareness out of fear as well. Fear of what we might uncover about ourselves, uncomfortable truths, could be past mistakes or just uncomfortable situations that we've experienced, can lead to unconscious avoidance. It's actually much easier to deny a problem exists than to face it. We want to protect our ego and maintain a favorable image about ourselves. Confirmation bias is also another barrier to awareness. We tend to seek out, interpret, and look for information that already aligns with our existing beliefs, make it hard to see perspectives or truths that challenge our viewpoint. And of course, we live in a world that is full of distractions. We have busy work schedules, we have social media. These distractions pull our attention outward, and it can make it difficult to keep our attention inward for reflection. Building awareness is a never-ending journey. It's honestly about getting to know yourself. Consistency is key. You have to practice non-judgment, you have to be patient, and we do have to be mindful of distractions, because to become aware does require quiet time, because it is quite introspective. You will need to find time for peace and quiet. The more you practice awareness, the easier it gets. So how do you cultivate awareness? First, practice, you may roll your eyes. One of the best practices to build awareness is mindfulness and meditation. I have meditated on and off over the years, but this year I have really been very disciplined and have been meditating 10 minutes every morning, every day this year so far. I can't even tell you how much it has made me aware about myself, and I still feel like there's just so much more to uncover about myself. I think I will have to do a separate video on meditation. Meditation is actually a surprisingly very, very simple practice. You sit or lie down, you close your eyes, you relax as much as possible, and just focus on your breath. Simple, right? And then you go to try it, you sit down, or lie down, you close your eyes, and you try to relax as much as possible. You come to your breath, and then boom, the thoughts just go crazy. You're thinking about Steve at work, you're thinking about the washing, you're thinking about how you need to go to the supermarket and how you need to do this and do that, and oh my god, it's all so overwhelming and I don't have time to meditate. I am gonna give up. So you give up and you walk away from the practice, and it's only been 2 minutes. You're done. But what people don't understand is that is the practice. It's staying put, even if your mind is very, very busy, and training your mind to come back to the breath. This is building the attention muscle. It literally rewires your brain. It's learning how to sit and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. I can't recommend meditation enough to anyone. If you're new to meditation or you're not at a stage of doing a self-guided meditation, there's definitely many guided YouTube videos that are free on meditation. There's different styles, so definitely give that a go if you're interested in meditation. There are other ways to practice mindfulness without having to necessarily do meditation. Throughout the day, you can check in with your body regularly, notice the sensations that you feel. Are you hot? Are you cold? Are you relaxed? Are you tense? This really helps connect with your physical self. You can also practice mindfulness when you are walking or eating or doing daily activities. Notice how things feel and smell and taste. This helps bring you to the present moment. Another great way to cultivating awareness is through journaling. I've been journaling for about 7 years now, but probably for the last 3 years I have consistently journaled every day. Journaling for me is kind of like meditation but reversed. So instead of having the thoughts all in your head, you put it on paper. It's writing down what you're thinking and feeling and not censoring it, essentially revealing thoughts, emotions, and patterns about yourself. For example, if every night you're writing down, work is so stressful, say you write that in your journal every night for 3 months. That's telling you something about where you're at in your career, in your life, how you're doing, how you're feeling. And that's something that may have gone unnoticed, but because you've journaled, you've recorded it, it's sort of like a fact about yourself. You can actually do something with that information. Ask yourself, what do I actually think of that? Without judgment. That is building awareness. It's like collecting data about yourself. It's telling you something, and what are you going to do with that data? You can make changes about yourself with that data. I'm actually about to do a yearly review of my journals, and I'm really excited to see what progress I've made, and yeah, just see how far I've come, and it's just going to be a really great check-in point for me. Another great way to building awareness is through people. People to some extent are a reflection of ourselves. Pay attention to situations and interactions with people. What sort of emotions does it trigger? What thoughts does it trigger? Particularly strong emotional responses like annoyance or anger. Ask yourself, why do I feel like this? People trigger us. They just do. We need to be asking ourselves, why am I triggered by this person or situation? And then we can even reflect further on past experiences and ask ourselves, have I experienced this before? How's it made me feel in the past? Has this shaped a belief or a certain behavior? Do I like this belief and behavior? Could I change it? Pay attention to energy shifts, Notice when you're with certain people, whether they drain or give you energy. Also pay attention to others, observe how they speak and act. It's a really great way to build awareness of others. There are so many benefits to building awareness. It helps you identify your triggers. It helps you to become more responsive rather than reactive. It helps with self-acceptance. It helps with relationships. It improves communication and boundaries. It helps with decision making and problem solving. I think the best thing about building awareness is that it's really, really good for resilience. It makes you a really strong person and it fosters a growth mindset. It's about noticing your strengths and your weaknesses and things that you want to develop or remove in your life. Overall, it's really, really good for your well-being. Cultivating awareness is a never-ending journey. Consistency is key. Awareness grows with regular practice, whatever feels manageable to you. As you become more aware, you'll notice things that you like and things that you don't like, and you'll be really motivated to make changes or heal from things that no longer serve you anymore. Try to be as accepting as possible because it is going to be a little bit confrontational at times, so adopt a mantra of I accept myself, I am open to this, I am learning. This does require patience. It takes time to rewire your brain, your belief systems, the way that you think. Be patient and compassionate with yourself and don't rush the process. Awareness is a practice that is quite introspective, so you do need to carve out quiet time to have moments of reflection. That is why practices such as mindfulness and meditation and journaling are such good practices because they're quiet and reflective. As time goes on, you will deepen your awareness and that will lead to understanding yourself more, making more intentional choices, and making meaningful change. I hope you enjoyed today's video on why awareness is a catalyst for change. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you're working on. It can be really challenging when you're aware of something that you want to change and heal, and you might be doing all the right things and it just feels like you're not getting anywhere, but I promise you that you are. You just need to be patient and trust the process and just keep going. I'll talk to you very soon. Give yourself lots of love and take care.